viewers, in today's maths we want to solve an Olympiad maths question. Given to us is if 9 to the power of x minus 6 to the power of x is equal to 4 to the power of x, then what is the value of x? Kindly watch to the end and also subscribe to my channel. Tutor Ketisokoli. Alright. Solution. The given question is 9 raised to x minus 6 raised to x equal to 4 raised to x. The first thing I will do is to divide all two by 4 raised to x. That is 9 raised to power x all over 4 to the power of x minus 6 raised to power x divided by 4 raised to power x is equal to 4 raised to power x all over 4 raised to power x. Very good. Now, you can agree with me according to the law of indices that a all over b, okay, let's put it this way, a raised to power x all over b raised to power x is equal to a all over b all to the power of x. If the numerator is to the power of x and the denominator is to the power of x, therefore, you can use one common power for them, meaning I can write it as 9 divided by 4, then to the power of x minus 6 divided by 4 to the power of x is equal to 1. That is, 4 raised to power x divided by 4 raised to power x will give me 1. Now, if you look at this, 9 is the same thing as 3 raised to power 2 and 4 is the same thing as 2 raised to power 2. That means I can write it here as 3 raised to power 2 all over 4 raised to power 2 minus 6, okay, can be reduced to the lowest term as divide this place by 2 to get 3, divide this place by 2 to get 2. That will becomes now for me, 4 is 2 raised to power 2, I beg your pardon. 4 is 2 raised to power 2, 3 raised to power 2 is 9. So this place now can be 3 all over 2 all to the power of x is equal to 1. That is what I can have now. Then, remember still there is power x here, please. Therefore, if you look at it, since we have already said that the powers are the same both at the numerator and at the denominator, and we use one common power here, you will now see that I can do the same thing here, having it as 3 all over 2 to the power of 2, then everything still raised to power x, that is what it is. 3 raised to power 2, 2 raised to power 2, so therefore 3 over 2 raised to power 2, then multiply by power x, minus 3 all over 2 all to the power of x is equal to 1. By law of indices, 2 raised to power x all raised to power y is equal to 2 raised to power xy, okay? The exponents will multiply, meaning that I can multiply x and 2 to have 3 all over 2 all to the power of 2x minus 3 all over 2 to the power of x, then minus 1 is equal to 0. I have moved 1 that is by the right hand side to the left hand side and it becomes a negative 1. Remember to subscribe to my channel as a way to support Tutor Ketisokoli in watching the videos on my channel. Alright. Also, if I give you a raised to power xy, it is the same thing as a raised to power yx because multiplication is commutative. Okay? The multiplication of 2 by 3 is the same thing as 3 multiplied by 2. Therefore, I am going to interchange the value of 2x to become, it can also be x multiplied by 2. And therefore, I can now write it as 3 all over 2, then all raised to power x. Alright? Then, everything still raised to power 2 minus 3 all over 2 all raised to power x minus 1 equal to 0. Let 3 all over 2 raised to power x be equal to, let's say, t. Very good. What does this mean? Anywhere I see 3 divided by 2 raised to power x, I will place it with 2. With t, letter t. I will do the same thing here, which is 3 over 2 raised to power x will now be written as t. Then raised to power these 2 here. Minus 3 over 2 raised to power x will also be t. Then minus 1 equal to 0. Looking at it now, it is a pure and typical quadratic equation. So I can use any of the methods of quadratic equation. In this case, let us go by formula method, that is quadratic formula. Alright, and what did it say? If you look at this now, the value of A is equal to 1, the value of B is negative 1, and the value of C is also negative 1. So from quadratic formula, what I will now have is, I will have something that looks like this. Let's remove this. Minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So, anywhere I see the letters a, b, and c, I will replace it, that is substitute it with the corresponding values. Therefore, I have now, looking for the value of t. T now will be equal to minus 1, okay, plus or minus the square root of negative 1 squared, minus 4 multiplied by a, which is 1, and b, c, which is negative 1, everything divided by 2 multiplied by 1. So this is 1, that is minus will give me 1, plus or minus 1 squared is going to give me, of course, 1, and then this multiplied by this is going to give me plus, that is negative 1 here, plus 5, everything over 2. Moving forward, I have 1 plus or minus the square root of 5 all over 2. Okay, as equal to the value of t. Now, I have gotten, therefore, that t is equal to 1 plus or minus the square root of 5 divided by 2. Very good. Now, next, what we have now is to remember that we said let t be equal to this. I can now say, recall that t is equal to 3 all over 2 raised to power x. Therefore, anywhere I see t, I replace what? 1 plus or minus the square root of 5, everything over 2, equal to 3 all over 2, then to the power of x. At this point in time, I am going to take the logarithms to both sides. But then, remember, if you look at this, you will agree with me that this means that in the first case, 3x, 3 all over 2 to the power of x is equal to 1 plus root 5 over 2. It also implies 3 over 2 raised to power x equal to 1 minus 5 all over 2. But s here cannot be negative, because if I have 3 all over 2 raised to power x, we cannot get negative. So we are going to reject this particular one that will give us negative, and then we take this, implying that I will now find the log of 3 all over 2 to the power of x equal to the log of 1 plus root 5, everything divided by 2. This is what I have now. So I work on with the positive part of it, and then the negative part of it is rejected. Very good. By law of logarithms, I will have x move to the front to become x log 3 over 2 is equal to the log of 1 plus root 5 all over 2. Now, dividing both sides by log 3 over 2, I will have x equal to the log of 1 plus root 5 all over, divided by, all over 2 anyway here, then divided by the log of 3 over 2, and 3 over 2 is the same thing as 1.5. Better put. Now, let us make use of calculator. What will we do next? I am going to find the square root of 5, which is 2 then plus 2 plus 1, then divided by 2. Okay? So this is going to be for me x equal to the log of 1.6180 divided by the log of 1.5. Very good. What I did, I simplified the whole values. 1 plus the square root of 5 divided by 2. And when I found the square root of 5, I added 1 to it and I divided it by 1. Then I got 1.61080. 1.6180. That was what it gave me. It gave me 1.6180. Very good. I can now find the log of that. Log of 1.6180. And that is going to give me 0.2089 divided by the log of 1.5. Log of 1.5 is going to give me 0.1760. Finally, the value of x is the division of these two decimal values, which will also give me a decimal value. Therefore, I have 0.2089 divided by 0.1760. And when that division is taken, we get 1.1869. So this x is approximately, okay, let's put it, is equal to 1.1922 decimal places. I just think that what we did is very clear. If you look at it, the simplification of this, looking for the value of x, the value of x is equal to 1.19. Thank you for watching to the end. Please kindly subscribe to my channel and may God bless you. Alright.